Continue the story.
We got Jack Christmas.
Yes, the best Christmas of all. Merry Wolfmas to all the pups out there.
Should have left more time for the people.
Ooh.
I love it. I love it.
Merry Wolfness.
That's it.
So we found a wrestling school. Well, it's a martial arts school.
Yeah.
Wrestling, everything. Armenian.
Okay.
And absolutely love it.
Good.
And I found out about the school because Titan Eastwood hasn't been going to a school. His dad's a martial artist. So Titan Eastwood's dad, Alex, great fighter, a lot of styles. So he's been kind of coaching Titan, but then Titan and Titan collided on a football game, and they wrestled, and my Titan got the better of him.
Yeah. And
that was the end of that.
Yeah.
That's the last time my Titan has beat Eastwood since. So Alex found this school that within weeks had his son prepped, ready, mentally, physically, everything to go against my Titan when we did this subversive tournament.
Yeah.
And he smoked my Titan. And so we took all last week, we took off all the other schools and just went there every day. And they did, man, they don't even speak English.
Nice.
And you don't need to.
Yeah.
Not for martial arts.
Tell them where to go. It's pretty simple. Pretty direct.
Yeah. You know, even hearing them say good job, it still sounds like you messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So you know Mona.
Of course.
She's like, he came home because they did a 3-hour workout on Saturday, and Titan was crying at the end of it. And he wasn't crying because he got beat. He wasn't crying because of any other reason except it was tough.
Yeah.
And it was just fatiguing. And Mona's like, oh, it's the greatest thing to see.
Yeah.
It was like, we found a school that just pushes these kids and doesn't treat them like snowflakes.
All right.
And has these kids going. So that's what Mona's doing today. Took him up there, make sure she got in.
Nice.
Christmas vacation is more training.
Yep, absolutely. It's more time to train.
Come back stronger and bigger next year.
Right.
That being said, I would love if you can kind of give me some tips for the people that are watching today, some tricks that you've learned from your friends and your circle of people to go into the new year, setting goals, resolutions, anything like that to help these people out there that may be looking for a little extra motivation, a guideline, anything like that. What do you have for us?
Sure. Guidelines, be more consistent. We could all be more consistent in what we're doing. I think that's the biggest one. I think a lot of people lack that consistency. I mean, if you really focus on consistency, you know, some people have, you know, they have their attributes and they have flaws, and people know what their flaws are. You don't got to tell them. They know, trust me. Even if they want to, like, you know, deny it, or they're just, you know, like in denial. Yeah, they know what it is. But at that point, like, that would be my first thing. I'd be like, all right, let's be consistent. Let me jump on this before New Year's. Whatever these goals are. Now, these don't have to be fitness goals or physical goals, because some people have that in lock and lined up. Then it's like, well, what do I do business-wise? Or how do I really go about this, like, growing, you know, other parts of my life? And that's what I would look at. I would say, listen, because you don't want one little detail in the picture, you want the whole picture, right? So at that point, I would really start, like, focusing in on, you know, what you want to do, what you think that you can make extra money on, or at that point you could advance yourself one way or the other. That could be education too as well. It doesn't have to be you making money, but one other goal outside of your body or physicality. I mean, physical should be number one. So your body's on a point, that should be your number one point. Priority should be investment in health. I have my health, now I can do anything else I want to do. Without my health, I have nothing. So that's the number one starting point. If you got that set, then you know what? You're on your way. But if you don't have that set, that should be the number one goal. Then what's the number two? I don't like to set up too many goals because then you're running all these different directions, right? You might start one and then you go to the next one and the next one, and then you haven't accomplished anything because you have no follow through. So I'd like to do three goals. And one would be physical. Obviously with me, it's always physical. I mean, I'm always trying to get better every single year. So that's always on my plate. Two, how can I grow my business? What am I not doing, right? And at these 2 weeks that are left at the end, I'm literally ripping my hair out of my head and trying to figure out, like, what did we not do the best to our ability? Where can we really, grow in those aspects, right? What are we not doing is we can grow. And how can I make my team better, right? Because that's the aspect. Your weakest link is what your team is. So if you have the weakest player on the team, that's where your skill level is, and that's where you guys are going to be at. So you got to bring all players up to level at least, so you guys got a good team, because a good team behind you is everything. Without a good team, you really can't accomplish a lot of things. There's things that me and Sharice will do, like I can literally jump in and do some things like I did yesterday, but I don't want to do that. I want a good team behind me that really is striving to be better too as well. So, those are the three things I would say. I would say invest in your body, make sure that's on point, get it right. And if you don't got it right, then that's your number one priority. That would be the first goal. All right, how can I get myself healthier, right? How can I get some more activity in? How can I eat better? How can I drink more water? That's boom, done. And then two, at that point, how can I get my business better, or how can I educate myself to bring me up to another level? Because education is everything. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you have on some of this, especially if you can utilize that. It's not just learning it, but it's utilizing the knowledge that you have. Because you can read books all day. If you don't utilize, or internet or wherever you're reading, but if you don't utilize the material, even videos, you can watch videos, but if you don't utilize how to do it yourself, that video or whatever it may be, I'm like, you're really losing, you're losing out. So make sure you guys are getting the knowledge and utilizing the knowledge too as well. And then, like I said, it could be get your team better around you, get your family better around you, take them up to a different level. I mean, everybody's got different goals. Everybody's different out there. So just, focus on something that you really want to do and be consistent. It's all about consistency. Good consistency will bring you a lot. If somebody said, hey, listen, I'm going to work out hard half the time or be consistent and go all the time, I'd say go consistent, go all the time. Because you know what? If you're only going one day and you're going hard as hell, that's really not going to do anything for your goals, what you're trying to do. That's it. What about you, Mike? Because I know you're slamming goals.
Well, what I like about your goals is that there is something at Titan Medical, and let me see if I'm correct on this, that can help each of the goals that you just put out. And that's where my mind went to. Okay, so let's say somebody wants to be healthy, and the nutrition, of course, is key. And so most people have an issue with urges. And so Titan Medical has something to take care of the urge, which will help you stay on a nutrition plan. Can you tell us about this? And then I'm going to continue. So that's the first thing I want you to go over. Then the second one is, again, how clear-minded are we? Can we look outside of ourselves, see our faults, see what's going on, and again, as an owner of a business, your job is not to enjoy the good stuff, unfortunately. It's not to show up at 9 and leave. It's all week, what's wrong? What's wrong with this? How can I fix whatever is element? And so you have something to trigger the mind and help you focus better. So that's a second one. Can you tell us about both of those that can help these? And that's basically some of the goals that you're speaking about. Go for it.
Absolutely. So, to keep the appetite in check, and especially through the holidays and stuff like that, like GLP-1s, those are game changers. They're going to help with the appetite function. They're going to help with losing weight. They're also going to optimize the way that your body works. There's a couple other options out there too that you can add to this, like tesofenazine and stuff like that will straight curb appetite, especially for your carbs and your sugary items that a lot of people like to eat at night and they like to binge at night because they haven't given themselves enough during the day. So it's really about getting a complete nutrition plan, but to curb those appetite cravings, those bad cravings, because I mean, that's what the GLPs do. And GLPs are pretty amazing in that light, where it's not just food. They've been known now to, people are drinking a lot. It curbs your appetite with drinking. It curbs the addiction appetite altogether. Tobacco and everything. Like there's a couple other ones like bupropion that we use too. That's in a Prometheus with metformin that will help this. It will give you a better sense of being. And at that point, you'll be happier and you get less cravings. So it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of different things. And that's where Titan Medical Center comes in. And we're here for you and like to personalize these regimens because everybody's got different goals. But, if we're talking about weight loss and stuff like that, then we can start like dipping into these things like GLP-1s, tesofensine, Prometheus, and others, right? And which one's the best one for you? That's what we'll go over in the medical consultation with the provider to make sure that we're giving you the right therapies that are going to get you the right results for your goals that you're trying to achieve. Mental clarity. This one's a big one, right? There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of brain fog, and that can be contributed to maybe low testosterone or hormone deficiencies. So I'd always say get a blood test. But if those are all in check and you're still having deals, or you want to even enhance that even more, because I'm about enhancing. I'm clear-minded, but I gotta go and I gotta be boom, 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 make fast decisions and good decisions on the fly sometimes. So with that, I would do NAD. That would be the first one I would do, NAD. If you're looking for any more pickups as far as that goes, C-Link or C-Max are good peptides. These can help with short-term memory, long-term memory, making you think quicker. Snaps is firing faster. So these are really, really good ones to look at. As far as that goes, those would be the ones I would think for mental clarity. Now, ECAs, when you stimulate a little bit too as well, you're going to get some good mental clarity and get a fast react. So these things can be added on to your regimens too as well. And you don't have to take no pre-workouts or do anything else as far as that. These will be your go-to, and they're nice and clean. You know what's in them. And, they're helping with thermogenesis too, which is fat burning. So everybody likes to stay lean year-round if they can. I do, if possible. But there's a lot of options on the table for patients.
This week over at Titan Medical. Yeah, we're good. Okay. This week over at Titan Medical, what's the big buzz for you guys?
Sure. So we want to push blood work. We think that blood work is a really, really big one. Obviously, we have the discount blood work. But what we're doing with this time is you get the blood work for $130 or $200 if you're a guy or a girl. But now you get a free medical consultation along with it. So you buy the blood work, you get to see what's going on, you hear from a medical provider. At that point, they can give you a personalized regimen if you want. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. But it lays the options on the table for you to be able to pick or to see, hey, listen, what are my options? What's going on with my blood work? Well, this is the base of the start of the year. It's a great way to start a baseline, fresh. All right, 2026. This is when my blood work came back. Let me see what I can do to reach my goals. Let me lose some weight. Let me gain some lean body mass here. Let me feel better. As far as the way that I feel about myself. One, self-confidence and self-feeling, and then two, mental clarity, and then bedroom performance is always a benefit. Trust me. One way to get happy, hit those dopamine receptors, is to definitely have sexual relations. So don't count that out.
I think that's awesome. I agree too. It's just the blood work sets you up to line you up for the rest of the year, knowing where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get the blood work, right? Like, it's not just, let's talk about testosterone. Great. All right, cool. We can look at these things. But, the basic panel's on there too as well. So, we can see, hey, listen, have we improved cholesterol levels? Have we improved liver functions, kidney functions? All these different things in there. So it's a good way to have a baseline to start. And then when we start and we keep going and we say, all right, well, let's rerun this 6 months or 3 months later. And at that point, we look at it and say, hey, listen, have we got improvements? And we got improvements. Those are wins, right? We want to keep getting those wins. So, physically we want you good, but inside is the most important. We want to make sure you're healthy, you're good to go, you're optimal health. So these are two factors we're going to look at. And starting with the blood work is just a good place to start because, like I said, it's a baseline. And then we start treatments, or you start on whatever you're going to do, nutrition or training. And then we follow up with that. We say, hey, listen, have we got improvements? Are we working towards the right trajectory?
A couple things on a side note here for you guys out there that are wondering about blood work. I think it's good for you guys to do blood work, especially if you're getting older, just to make sure that your PSA is good and healthy. Your liver and kidneys are working fine.
Sure.
There's some things in this, and I always notice that people really take to health and fitness after they get the news from the doctor that the health is declining and there's something wrong. Now, at the end of the day, you'll make a change when you're finally disgusted with yourself, or you're at that situation that your life is leading into a very deterioration of yourself. So I think getting this and kind of manning up and going, hey, I know a lot of guys out there don't want to do this because they don't want to know. In no world is that a thing, guys. That's not a thing. It's just go get the test done, find out what's going on.
Yeah.
If there's something wrong, I'll guarantee that you'll be motivated to eat right, train right, and work with Titan Medical. And if there's not, well, then think of this. Then you're in a great healthy position that you can enhance your life. So not just bringing it back to the regular, but enhancing it to where you can get even better. And then again, Titan Medical, like John said, optimizes you to make you even better than you were. So I get it. It's another year gone by, and these last 5 years has been absolutely crazy. But let's try to get back that 5 years in the healthy way, in a healthy living style, is my recommendation. It's a good thing to do. And John said, if I'm correct on this, and I'll let him tell you, but a good last-minute gift card for your husband, for the missus, for a significant other, for a friend, for your buddy that maybe you exercise. A lot of you that are here, I'll guarantee, already exercise if you're following me.
Yep.
But what about that friend that you're like, dude, man, if you just come train with me, if you just start eating right, get that gift card from Titan Medical for them. And get their blood work. I think that's a brilliant gift. Now you're actually giving something that's really useful, not a T-shirt that he'll wear once over the next year, but you may change somebody's life by doing a gift card from Titan Medical.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the ultimate gift of all, man. I mean, it's always valuable, right? They're always going to get some value out of that. So, I mean, it's a great gift item. We've got a lot of gift certificates that we do every single year. Even right now, like you have HSA or FSA cards. It's coming to the end of the year. And a lot of those cards, you either use it or lose it completely. And HSA or FSA, if you guys don't know what that is, those are independent cards that basically you can spend on any medical treatments that are outside your insurance. So companies offer these to people, and people have HSAs or FSA cards. So if you have those, Titan Medical Center can give you the full credit on it. You have some people that have like $5,000 credit on it, and if they don't use it by the end of the year, it's gone.
Okay,
So I have people that buy the full $5,000, like just give me the $5,000 credit, and then we'll use that credit throughout the year.
So they could be on the Hercules potion. They can get some MK.
Yeah, they go on HRT. They can do blood work. They can do whatever they want. The world is theirs.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, change the diet, up the dose.
Yep. Up the dose.
More Hercules potion, guys. Come on now.
Absolutely.
I love it. Jeff, let's see if we got some good questions for this man.
A couple here. Booyah.
Ooh. Does Titan Medical have NAD and cell injections? I don't know about cell injections. Is that stem cells? Because those are coming.
Yeah.
Those are coming, guys. NAD, we definitely have. We service nationwide, guys. So whatever state you guys are in, Titan Medical Center can help you with NAD, peptides, HRT, blood work, medical weight loss, in-depth blood panels, and a lot more. So we have NAD. Stem cell injections are coming soon. I actually just talked to Rejuvastem today, who Titan Medical Center, Rejuvastem, will be creating Orogenesis here in Titan Medical Center's headquarters. So those stem cell injections will be here very shortly. I think in February is when we're expecting to really launch.
Gosh darn. Here in the States, that's a game changer.
That's definitely for sure. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people. I've done my ground game here because I'm starting to get, getting people the knowledge and what the difference is with the Zalmu cells and kind of what they're getting right now here in the state of Florida, because it's nothing like that. So it's been IGF-1R3, of course. IGF-1R3 is definitely one of the best ones to build lean mass and to lose weight to lean up. IGF-1 is a game changer.
Down for us for the Can you break that down for the layman's person? What is it?
Sure.
When do you take it? How do you
Sure.
take it? And what kind of person would take this?
Absolutely. So IGF-1 is insulin-like growth factor 1. That's what it stands for. LR3 is long-lasting, so it's longer in the body than a regular IGF-1 straight, okay? The difference of what IGF-1 is, right? So what does this play in the plot? How's it going to help me? So when your pituitary is and it's producing your growth hormone, this growth hormone goes down into the liver and then it converts. And it converts into IGF-1, 2, and 3. Don't worry about 2 and 3. Worry about 1. Because 1 carries all the benefits that you hear about growth hormone. Skin elasticity, anti-aging, better libido, hair, all that good stuff, recovery, is all coming from IGF-1. That's why we test IGF-1 levels on your blood test. But you have the bros that say, hey, listen, let's test serum. Serum is only one part of it. IGF-1 is what it converts into, and that's what we really want. So IGF-1 can be used by anybody pretty much out there. There are some caveats that I would have some people probably use it. Obviously, if you've had cancer in the past or anything like that, this is probably not therapy for you. But majority of people that are healthy, this is a great. This can be used to gain lean mass, and you can take this, 15 to 30 minutes before your workout, spot inject bilaterally, walk in the gym, rock and roll. If you want to just use it for overall, like leaning down and feeling better and anti-aging type thing, you can inject it in the morning subcutaneously and be on your way to the day. So it really depends on the person, and that's what Titan Medical Center is here for, because whatever you're trying to do, we're going to cater the protocol to that level. So if you're saying, hey, listen, I want to build lean mass, what's the best way to be able to use IGF-1R3? And I would say, hey, listen, if you really want to build, and let's say you're lacking in biceps or your delts, your shoulders, whatever it is, I would say, hey, listen, inject those bilaterally, 15 minutes, 30 minutes before the gym, go in there and rock it like you've never rocked it before. And if you pair this with Hercules Potion and ECA Stack, game changer. So at that point, you can utilize a lot of these therapies, and they work really good, and they complement each other. And at that point, you get a lot better effect. But IGF-1R3, game changer. Most people can use that. Like I said, there's a little caveat. Some people I would say no to, but majority of people will get a lot of great benefits from IGF-1R3. All right. Hey, any tips for getting back into it? If you're a 21-year-old that's been stagnant with sitting and playing video games, bro, you're 21. You're 21. You're 21. You are just hitting the prime of your life. Get your ass in there and start somewhere, right? Start eating Start eating healthier. I don't care. You don't have to even break down your nutrition all the way, but start eating healthier. And then get your ass in the gym. Start doing some work. I don't care what it is. You can go in there and do some bicep curls, do some triceps, maybe some bench. Real light to start. I'm not saying go in there and go bananas right off the bat their first time in, but I would start getting in there and start just getting something done. I mean, that's the biggest thing with people. Mike, I think for us, it's a little bit more seasoned. So we're like, all right, listen, we've got to think about our recovery. We got to think about these other things, our supplementation all the way dialed in, nutrition all the way dialed in. But for these newbies per se, right? I think it's just getting in there, like just getting something started. And then when you start getting something started, then start to refine that process and finding somebody that can really help you along the way of your journey. I mean, nobody's going to motivate you except for yourself. Like if you say, listen, well, you motivate me, John, or Mike motivates me. Well, that's great. It can be motivating that light, but what about when we're not there? When you're not watching the video or whatever it is. You're going to have to motivate yourself. And there's got to be some key that's drawing you to that. Like me, it's my body or whatever it is. I want to make sure that I'm always healthy. I always got abs. I'm in there cranking.
Try to get a clip.
Huh?
I'm just trying to think of actually something for me that I can say that will help kick them in the ass. Because I think you and I agree that when we were 20 and 21, we were already.
Woo!
Yeah, see,
that was great times.
At 17, I was in the health and fitness magazines already doing photo shoots. And so I was already establishing my future life because I was under a pressure of knowing I had a limited amount of time, I am told, to be healthy and in shape and be in magazines. And so I said, okay, if this is the case, and I'm coming around to your answer, my friend. If this is the case, then I only have this next 10 to 15 years until I'm, 30 to be able to create something meaningful for me. So I enjoyed life and I did something with my life. And I'm sitting there trying to think of a 21-year-old that got carried away with games, happens to a lot of people, and is not taking the opportunity of youth to create a future. And I've said this a lot, enjoy your youth, but don't do it so much that you destroy your future. And this is most people. Most people, when it comes to even health and fitness, they try to become, I've seen all these influencers in their 20s, and it's funny because I sit there and I go, nice job. This kid's done in 10 years.
Yep.
Absolutely blowing himself out in his 20s that he will not be here in his 30s and 40s. So I don't know what to say to you to kick you in the ass to go, hey, put this down. You're young, but you're young for a bleak blip of a moment, and then you're old. It goes fast. But I'm glad that you asked this. I'm glad that we're going into the new year. You at least have enough common sense to go, I know I'm sitting here. I know I'm playing these games. I know I'm wasting time. So I agree with John. Get to the gym. Don't blow out the gym. Just start the gym process and start doing the dedication of eating right and training. The mind will come from that. This whole new mind process of thinking about life will change as you continue to be consistent. It's the consistency. It's not the gym itself. It's not the diet itself. It's you being consistent will change your way that you think. It's a cool thing.
It'll rewire the brain.
Yeah, it will be a cool thing. And so I can't give you, I wish I could give you besides you don't value your life enough right now. I can't give you anything else besides that. But it's like you get one freaking life, and in that life, you're young for a moment. Be a complete monster savage at your age right now, creating a future. So later on, you could go to like John, man. I called him the other day. Hey, I'm going to pick up this, and it's this, and it's like, gosh, dang, you set yourself up so well. He's just enjoying. Even though he works like John, I text this man and I text him when I get up. I get up early and this guy's already up and going. And then I text him, I'm off to bed. And he's like, I'm just getting home from work. And this guy's on the East Coast. I'm going to bed on the West Coast. He's just getting off work on the East Coast. So it shows you that even though he works like a maniac, he enjoys it and it's fun. And so I just want you to find that, man.
Listen, good point for that, Mike. If you're into games, listen, listen, put the games down, right? I would say games don't make you money, but nowadays there are people that make
I do.
So, listen, put the games down, and then obviously make the gym a game. Level up. How are you gonna complete level 1? Right? You're gonna go train, you're gonna eat better, right? And then knock that off and go to level 2. I mean, I would create it like that, man. I mean, if you need something like that to motivate you to keep it fun. But like Mike said, once you start being consistent, you start seeing change, then the motivation is going to come. It's being consistent and seeing those changes. But that's the best thing. I mean, I would set yourself up now, like Mike said, for later. Because right now, at 21 years old, you got the world by the balls, and you're probably as healthy as you're going to be. What is your son's favorite holiday movie? What is yours, Mike?
Charlie Brown.
Ooh, I think Home Alone.
You think Peters is Home Alone?
Yeah.
I know Heath Evans is definitely Home Alone, or the Christmas Story. Red Ryder shoot your eye out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Red Ryder BB gun. That was a classic movie. There was 2 definitely movies you guaranteed. Well, 3. Miracle on 34th, right? Christmas Story, and then obviously Charlie Brown, Christmas Story. So,
Disney did. I was talking to Alex Rath the other day, and they're watching some old Disney stuff, and I'm just like, and I see these posts online. It's like those old Disney's Christmas stories were freaking great.
Absolutely.
Holy cow!
Absolutely.
Holy cow! Props to them back there in the 70s and 80s doing it upright.
Yeah.
And I have bad news on this. Elf is my movie. Elf is that and Bad Santa. Bad Santa, Die Hard. Die Hard's definitely Rocky. Not Rocky. Rambo, another good Christmas movie. There was a Christmas tree in that movie, so it is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is 100% a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is. That's categorized as Christmas.
But Elf is a great one, and Titan is scared of it.
Really? You don't like the big elf, huh?
I have no clue.
Wow.
Scared of Elf? That stumps me.
Maybe a little scary. I think the kids though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because of what's his name, Dinkerman. The actor.
The little midget guy.
I think that's why. But great question. Thank you.
Midget tossing. All right. So Clomid for people too scared of tests. So enclomiphene is what I would go with over Clomid. There's clomiphene and enclomiphene. One molecule separates them. I would definitely do enclomiphene if you're scared of tests. And now I got to ask, like, if you have low T, why are you scared of testosterone? You know, I could see before the black label came out the box, you were scared of testosterone. Because all the myths, all the bullshit, all the stereotypes leading up to this point in this year, you know, are all in the past now. It's all been disproven as far as what they're saying, right? We know. I don't know, Mike, if you got to see the video of the FDA panel that just came out probably about a week ago. The head of the FDA is on there and stating out how testosterone is such an essential thing for males, and that we need to, one, deschedule it from a Schedule 3 and down to a non-controlled substance, because it's the only hormone that's a controlled substance right now. And that basically the reason that they did that was because of the Olympic athletes abusing steroids. And this is so, I'm going to send you the video after this is done, but it's super cool. For this character, I would say, you know, doing clomiphene if you're really scared of testosterone. But if you really need testosterone, I would not be scared of testosterone, especially if you're doing it the right way. And you got to do all three counterparts. Testosterone, you might need a aromatase inhibitor and something to keep your natural production going without shutting off. You know, I talk to so many guys out there that are put on testosterone, and that's it. They're just put on testosterone. And one guy I was talking to today, he was like, yeah, he's like, you know, I was like, I got on testosterone. He went on with somebody else. And he's like, I got on and I wanted to lose weight, and I just gained weight. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm looking at this guy, right? And he just looks like high blood pressure, bloating, like it just looks like estrogen all over it, right? So I'm like, listen, we're going to take over your care. I'm going to run a full blood panel on you, and we're going to see where this comes back as right now. But I guarantee it's going to come back high. And then at that point, we'll adjust you and we'll get you optimal. He wants to lose weight, so obviously he wants a GLP. So he wanted to quit testosterone altogether and just do a GLP. I'm like, I'm not going to let you do that because it makes no sense. Yes, you will lose weight with a GLP, but you're going to lose a lot of muscle mass, especially if you have low testosterone and with the GLP. It's just not a good combination. If you have low testosterone, that's the foundation of the body. You can't build on a weak foundation. You got to have your hormones in check. That's where your foundation starts. Now, above the foundation, what do we want to put on it, right? And this is where the other medications or therapies come into play to start, you know, hey, listen, I want a big brown door that's cut up. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to do a GLP. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And you have a whole complete house per se when you do something like that. But if it's on shaky ground, you know, you could be done with your therapies, you've lost the weight, and then after you get off the therapies, everything comes crashing down because you're on a weak foundation. So if somebody asked me, hey, what's the most important thing, John, that you would take out of all your therapies? I would say HRT. HRT is by far the most essential thing for me that I would take out of everything that I do. After that, of course, I want, growth hormone, leucine hormone peptides, ECAs, a couple other things like BBC and TB500. But that would be the essential thing that I would say.
I'm curious, if the doctor says that you got to be on high blood pressure medicine because it's getting out of control, pretty much everybody does that. If there's a cholesterol, the doctor says, hey, your cholesterol is getting out of whack, got to take care of this.
Put you on a statin.
Yeah. And it's funny because I hear such bad things about statins. Holy cow, the studies and what they're coming out with.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, the side effects from a healthy range of testosterone is more energy, more sex life, calmer mood swings, you're gathered better, and a healthier body, connective ligaments, body, because of the structure of the muscles support that, which is a cool side effect. And so I'm confused on somebody that would say this comment, but I'm thinking that most people, when they're told to get on T, they always go to the freaky bodybuilder.
Right.
It's like, well, what? So somebody says high blood pressure. Where is that going to? That doesn't go to anywhere. It's just, okay, I got high blood pressure. I got to do that.
Right.
But if you're going to get on T, it's like, oh, no. You don't understand. No, I don't want to look like Dorian Yates. It's like,
you'll never will. You never will. I got a funny story on that.
Yeah. So it's like, this one's confusing to me because you're just getting healthy, just like you were. So if you weren't jacked before, you're not going to get jacked now. It's just going to be a healthy amount so your body's working correctly. It may give you motivation to start eating right. But you guys got to understand, I'm in gyms my whole life. Yep. And it is disgusting to see these guys that are blowing up on this stuff and they look terrible. And you just see the person that's the lawyer that's on HRT that looks amazing and healthy. Yeah. And I'm like, how old are you? And it's like, dude, you look like you're 30. Yeah. And then there's these 50-year-old guys that are just, it's amazing that what a healthy amount will make you better, where too much of anything in any world puts you down the rabbit hole. So just take that into consideration for anybody out there that's going, I just want to be healthy. Kid, that's my whole life. I just want to be able to lift and be healthy and wrestle. So, and if there's baby oil involved, cool. Now it's a party. But
all right. So Mike, Alzheimer's runs in my family. What supplements do you recommend for 4-year-olds to help for the future to set me up not to fail? NAD is one main component. The other one I would look at is SS31. That just got FDA approval. That for neurodegenerative diseases, those are the two that you want to look at. The other one I would possibly look at is Epitolon to lengthen telomeres, because usually that comes on with degenerative diseases out of your genetic code. So that's another one I would definitely look at. I would look at those three all together, and pretty cool. We offer Epitolon, and then I just seen that we made a blend where it has Epitolon and GHKCU. I'm calling it almost like, I'm tooling around with the name, but I almost want to call it almost like a Fountain of Youth package, because it's going to help with skin, elasticity, and then lengthen, those telomeres. But I don't know. I've got them both. We offer them. I would definitely go with NAD, and like I said, SS31, which is another peptide. It's for mitochondria health, and it's been great as far as that goes for people that are trying to be preventative about this. But NAD has been used in trials with Alzheimer's and dementia. So it's been some pretty good research on that.
Yeah, the only thing nutrition's, they claim nutrition is a big portion of that. Oh, yeah. Weightlifting, actually, there's some studies I've read about just getting into the gym, keeping your body healthy helps the mind, which is a cool side effect, again, of the benefit of that. So Yeah, and I would do anything and everything that's possible to, the great thing is we talked about getting your blood work done earlier in this broadcast. I love the fact that you know your family history and you're at 40, you're going, I need to be preventative. Great job. Props to you. Nice job, Ben.
What's your warm-up stretches look like before a workout? That's what my warm-up. I mean, I was with my buddy the other day, and I'll introduce this guy. He's a character when you come down here. He owns Nutrition Solutions. His name's Chris Cavallini. And he's like, yeah, before we do this podcast, he's like, he's got a gym in his place. It's real nice. And he's like, I got to go over there. I was like, all right, cool. I'm thinking we're going to pump and stuff like that. He's like, oh, no. He's like, we're going to stretch. I'm like, what do you mean we're going to stretch? Right? Like, I want to get a pump before I go on video. And he's like, no, we're going to stretch. So 30 minutes, man, because he I don't know, his back gave out on him like 2 weeks ago. So he's been doing all these different things. So really stretch glutes and legs for 30 minutes. I haven't done that since like college and high school sports, where I'm stretching in or out, legs back. Like I think honestly, it's good for somebody like to do maybe afterwards. But a whole bunch of stretching and warm-ups beforehand, I don't think is really good for you. One, you don't want your muscles too loose, right? You want them to be a little tight in there because too loose is not good. So, I would warm up, get some blood flowing. Maybe if you got bad shoulders like me and you got some blood in there, some lubrication. But as far as so much stretching, like that guy.
Yeah, for me, going over to my YouTube, we talk about stretching or how I warm up on things. And we go into pretty good depth on the whole purpose of it. So thanks for asking that.
Hey, Mike, I'm 30 years old. I just got diagnosed with bipolar and anxiety. I asked for blood work and my testosterone levels came back at 306. I've changed my entire diet, lost 40 pounds, awesome, but I'm plateauing. Would you recommend I get testosterone? My primary care physician turned me away. Dude, if you're at a 306 at 30 years old, congratulations on the 40 pounds, because that's a game changer right there. But at this point, at 306, at 30 years old, this could be a big problem with the anxiety factor, to be honest with you. You have low T or your hormones off, this can cause anxiety. So at this point, I would definitely possibly look at testosterone replacement therapy for sure. I think it would definitely help the anxiety. Obviously, it's going to help physical and put you past your plateau. You'll start making more gains and losing weight if you're doing the right things for sure.
So I was just watching some research on bipolar, the scenarios with bipolar, and then how they get, not in this case here, but there's a reason I'm saying this. They get addicted to self-medicating.
Yeah.
And then the rehab centers take care of the self-medicating, but never the underlying problem, the bipolar,
right.
The anxiety. And so then the person gets out, goes right back to it. And now you got this roller coaster effect of just continuous. And what's funny is I'm blown away that a medical doctor wouldn't look at his testosterone, also check his estrogen, and go, holy shit, kid, you're just an emotional male because of the fact that your T is so in the tanker. 30.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I know 70-year-olds that are better than that.
Yeah.
So at no point did he go, this could be something we should venture down to see.
Right.
If it's not full blown over here. And it's just, like how many times have you and I known a guy that had low T and would cry at everything and cry at commercials? The only commercial I cry at is when they do the dog rescue, but that's everybody. So it's like, it's like there could be some things here. And I hope that you do go call Titan Medical and get that T level up. But also stay in touch with your advisor and let them know about your emotions what they diagnosed you as, bipolar and the anxiety. And let's see if the help with Titan Medical can't help some of that by at least straightening out this one issue we have here, and also checking your estrogen to see if there's something going on there at 30. And why is it so low at such a youthful age? Is it your lifestyle? Are you eating bad? Are you just locked down in the house because of the emotions? Let's see if we can't change some of these and see if we can't start strengthening that up, man. Thank you for calling today. Dude, I hope we can help in some way going into the new year for you, man.
You contact Titan Medical Center. We service nationwide. We'll definitely be able to help you for sure. All right. Are there
That's my favorite question of the year. That right there.
Peptides for endurance like energy, having energy all day? Absolutely. There are peptides that will do this. NAD is one of them. SS31 is another good one like that will help with energy all day. Let me think of some other ones here. I mean, those are
Johnny's liking the SS31 right now. He's pretty high on this stuff. Yeah, Johnny's like this is going to be what? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Can you explain what this is?
Before the rest.
Yeah, can you go into that?
Yeah, so the big focus has been on mitochondria. So SS31 has been around for a while. I've had it for like 2-3 years. I've been taking it. So finally, a pharmaceutical company picked it up, and that's what they're doing with a lot of these peptides. They are researching these peptides so they can bring it out and patent them. So they can get rid of any other company that's doing peptides right now. That's what's going on in our space. But what happened was they picked this up, started doing the research on it, and then they got it FDA approved. And they got it FDA approved for mitochondrial health. And mitochondrial health is a big one. Like you're feeling tired, pre-aging, like mitochondria is everything. Energy in every cell, of your body, like mitochondria is that. So if you can enhance and ignite mitochondrial health, and this is for mitochondrial diseases. So like, like people that have, they're super fatigued. They've got, I'm trying to think what they call it, where they burn themselves out, burn their receptors out. It's on the tip of my tongue. But basically, if you're having problems with being tired, or you have adrenal issues too, that could be tied to mitochondrial health. And that's where SS31 really comes into play. Like if you take this every single day, one, it's going to mitochondria, which is going to help you, one, be younger all the way through and through, energy throughout the cells, and healthier all the way. So, this is another one. I'll look up exactly what diseases they're doing with it right now, because obviously they're treating all kinds of different mitochondrial diseases with this. There's like 2 or 3 that right off the bat. Boosts cellular energy, reduces oxidative stress by, this is another one. So oxidative stress. So this is another, glutathione is good for oxidative stress too as well, but oxidative stress is something that can actually damage our DNA. So if you would think about it, you're like, oh man, like my DNA could get damaged. Well, yeah, your DNA could get damaged, and it can be damaged by oxidative stress. So oxidation inside the body, that's the I think of it as like a car guy. So oxidation means like rust. So think of your body inside. It's not got real rust in it, but it's that example of rusting per se, right? And at that point, when you have something that's an antioxidant, it comes in there and gets rid of that oxidation. So it cleans off the rust on the inside of the body, just in layman's terms. So this is a really, really big one. And as far as that goes, I would utilize this with any of my regimens that I'm doing. It's just, I just want to see what other thing. All right, so this has been potential applications for heart disease, kidney disease, neurological disorders, aging, and other conditions right now, like pulmonary or fibrosis. There's some serious things going on right now. So, it's definitely one I want to talk about. I've been talking about a lot of these for a long time, and then like all of a sudden, like some bros get a hold of it, influencers get a hold of it, and then they start talking about it now. That's the hot shit.
Yeah.
It's been around for years and years and years. You guys just aren't listening unless it's this influencer guy's. Oh yeah, let's do this. It's like that. It's stop listening to bros and listen to the pros. And you'll
Put it on a shirt.
Don't listen to bros and listen to pros, and you will be well off. I promise you. I've heard some stupid shit lately online from some of these guys, and it's just like, you guys are, it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous what they're telling some people out there. And at that point, I'm like, man, I don't even know. But I just try to educate. I let you guys know the real deal on things, and that's what it is.
Here's another good one for you.
I see a lot of people selling NAD injection pens. It's renewal Regan of cells we age. I'm wondering, does Titan Medical provide prices vary so much with different companies? I've never seen an NAD injection pen, guys, ever. I've never seen a commercial. There's not a commercial pen that's made. The only things I've seen are they have injection pens that you can buy online where you put your syringe and needle in it and it will auto inject. I have seen some of those online, but I've never seen any injection pens. At that point, usually you're going to have to draw it and shoot it. The difference, right? The difference in prices is because you're seeing research chemical sites that aren't testing, they're getting a product, they're drop shipping off to you, and it's real cheap. And then you see a real medical company, right? And at that point, that could be anywhere from us, it's $275 for 1,000 milligrams of NAD. Some places will charge you $500 to $1,000 for the exact same thing. So, I mean, I guess it's where you go and what it is. But NAD 1,000 milligrams is definitely the way to go. You see a lot of 500 milligram bottles out there, but 1,000 milligram bottles are the way to go. You get more doses, obviously, in it. Get more use out of it, better results. And I would go with somebody that is getting it from a 503A pharmacy. You know it's coming in prescription in your name. You know what it is. Instead of playing Russian roulette with your health and trying to mess around. The whole point of taking these things is to be healthier and to get better, not to put yourself at a higher risk.
Did we continue after the question about peptides for endurance after SS31? I thought you had did we did?
Do you want to talk about SS31 more?
No, I thought you had a list of things for endurance, peptide endurance. We stopped at SS31.
We'll go into some right here. This kind of goes into that.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, if you're looking for endurance, I would do Hercules Potion. That's one great for endurance. 31 would be great for endurance. ECAs are probably going to help with endurance. You know, it's going to help give me more energy, so that would definitely help. That would be the things I would recommend as far as that goes. Just started Kokokan, did I say that right? Judo. What advice would you have for conditioning? Merry Christmas, Titan.
Congrats. Good job. Good job. When it comes to judo, the conditioning you're going to get in class is going to be only second to wrestling. So you'll get some conditioning there. What I recommend though for you is to try to keep your strength up while you're doing a martial arts like this. So I don't know your age. Congratulations on picking a great martial arts. But yeah, I would make sure to keep your weightlifting going. I don't think you're going to need to do a lot of cardio outside of the dojo. So, but keep the weightlifting going. That way you keep that strength as you're getting conditioned in there. Go for it, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's going through them.
What free and total T numbers do you normally start recommending TRT for, or is it just more symptom-based? It's both. You want to look at symptoms, right? You want to see how you're feeling and what these numbers are at. There's not a particular number where they're going to be like, oh, well, we start recommending TRT. Now, obviously, listen, 550, I think you're right there. That's the highest I think we would prescribe something at, right? Because, there's people at 550 that they don't feel optimal, and I understand that totally. I mean, the numbers of testosterone on blood tests as far as normal reference ranges have been coming down over the decades. And we used to be a lot higher. Another provider asked me when I was at day 4M, she said, hey, John, she goes, what do you think is a really good testosterone range for somebody? You think 1,200 to 1,500 would be? I said, absolutely. For me, anyway, I mean, because when we start looking at our people in the 70s or 80s, I mean, these guys had higher levels of testosterone. Just is what it is. So why do we have to level down? Were the people before us, were they worse? Did they have worse health? Did it cause a negative effect? Absolutely not, man. Not at all. So this is where I say, listen, we're going to look at numbers. We're going to look at symptoms too as well. But let's say you're at a 700 or 800, probably not going to recommend testosterone at that level.
Yeah, you are. I know as they see my physique, they're gonna go, dude, I want whatever Mike's on. Mike's got to be 24,000 jacked, and that's for the Titan special.
Yeah. Like Mike does it 10 ml every day.
Exactly. I'm gassed to the hilt, guys.
2,000 milligrams a day from Mike.
Yeah. We're loaded over here.
Yeah, right. I can't do the test. I'm too worried about getting a blood clot. All right. So listen, if you do testosterone, right, you can get a blood clot no matter what. You don't have to do testosterone to get a blood clot. You can literally fly on a plane and get a blood clot in your leg. It happens all the time to people. So at that point, like, you want good circulation. So if you have bad circulation, I would look at maybe getting some socks or something like that to make sure that you're stimulated. But blood clots really don't happen unless you go unmonitored. So there are a lot of places like that will give you testosterone and only do like your first blood test. And then a year later, run another one on you because they got to at least run one a year, right? To have some documentation. But they're not really monitoring you. So inside that year, let's say your hemoglobin and hematocrit do rise, right? Your red blood cell count does rise, and it's a pretty high number. Well, at that point, we want to get a donation, And if you're getting donations, you're not going to get a blood clot, you're not going to get DVT, you're not going to get a stroke. You're going to be okay, right? Unless you have some other health issues, cardiovascular. But as a normal person, you're not going to have any issues if you're monitored correctly. If you're not monitored correctly, bad things can happen. It's like anything else.
You're so nice, John. That's awesome, man. What I love about this question here is it's coming from a guy that doesn't eat sugar. He doesn't eat that processed food because he's worried about, what comes with, sugar and processed food. I also love that he's out there. He's exercising because he doesn't want to have heart disease down the road. I love that, man. This guy, I love it. Great question, my friend. Keep doing your thing. I'm really, really proud of you. What we call that is a hypochondriac. Nice.
Just bought the Hex MK677 stack, hoping to improve results for hard gainers. If you got it from Titan Medical Center, you are going to get some improvements for sure. If you got it somewhere else, I can't guarantee that. But if you got it from Titan, that MK alone is going to do it. Hexarelin, another game changer. And let me tell you guys out there, if you guys are on Nandrolone, or if you're on testosterone, Nandrolone will be a good one. It would be a good one for joints. It would be a good one for putting on some mass at a low dose, though. We're not talking about a bodybuilder dose. We're talking about a medical dose of 50 to maybe 100 milligrams per week. But at that point, if you're doing something like that, you can get some great benefits. And if you have shoulder problems or knee issues, joint issues, this can help with some lubrication. But at that point, I would recommend that you guys make sure that your water is good and your eating is good, because you don't want to bloat and you want to put on bad weight. And that can raise progesterone, and you can put on some bad weight or gain some water. So just make sure you guys are doing the right things, especially with MK2 as well. That's going to make you so hungry. If it's coming from Titan Medical Center, you're going to be so hungry. You got to have a game plan in place of what you're going to do when you get that hunger. Hexarelin is going to be a game changer all the way around. So that's a good stack.
Before you jump onto this one, the guy we were with today is a Titan Medical client. And he has his, he was talking about trying to get his son, who's 21 years old now, lifter, eats clean, but doesn't eat all of his meals, maybe gets 2 or 3 meals in.
Right.
And he said he likes the idea of MK for his son. That way he starts to get that hunger, mostly at that age of 20, 21, where he can put some good size on still.
Sure.
And I mean, you can do it at any age, but man, you're really optimal at 20, 21 years old.
And listen, if they're 20, 21 years old, I would get a blood test too. I mean, we service everybody 18 and up as far as that goes. So I would get a blood test, see where the level's at, see where the growth hormone level's at, man. I mean, because it could be average at that point. And then at that point, we can throw them on MK or whatever it is, get it up, get them eating, get them stimulated, and get them some results. I mean, MK is going to be a good one to do that with for sure, 100%. Especially those younger guys that are ectomorphs or can't get their meals all the way in. It's a good one for a gainer. Like, a lot of those kids have problems gaining in the beginning.
Love it. We got a couple more.
How to get big triceps. Are basic movements like push downs and close grip bench enough? I do a couple different movements, I guess. Cable work, obviously push downs, close grip bench. I don't really do too much anymore because of my shoulders. But I do a whole bunch of different cable work and a whole bunch of different extensions out. Skull crushers are a good one still. Yeah, that's it.
I like the basic work for you, my friend, and it's being patient in the basic work.
Ooh, don't down that.
I like, if everything's good on you, your body's functioning, your shoulders are good, everything's good,
Yeah.
I would stay with a close grip. I do a reverse grip, which is even, for me, that much even healthier and better. And push downs. Yeah, I just, the way I'm reading your message or your comment, believe it or not, it is just the basics, and then change it around. But your program should be already made. You got your 12-week program already there, and so you got the change of the exercises during that 12 weeks. You got the change of the nutrition during those 12 weeks. You're doing all those things. So that's already there. You're not going in and just going by the seat of your pants. That's what you're doing. Not at the stage if you're truly trying to get better, because Johnny and I will tell you, and everybody else here at the table, Serge trains people all day long, these celebrities. You can train, you can eat right, and still the change may not happen. So it's a slow process. Stay in it. Stay working hard. For everybody that's out there that's a slow gainer, stay in it, man. You'll be amazed when you look back over the year.
Hey, Electro Gaming, you want to get your triceps big? Inject Hercules Potion and go in there.
Ooh.
Guarantee your triceps bigger when you walk out than when you walked in that gym. And that will hold for at least 4 to 6 hours. So you go out, do some things, maybe get the lady over, and then you're looking optimal. And your triceps will get bigger for sure. Another trick that I would do, and Mike probably might not agree with this, if you want 3D type looks, I would train biceps and triceps together. You'll have a super swole arm at the end of the day. I mean, that's just one trick I would do. Like, that's one of my tricks. I would be like, all right, if I want big arms that day, I'm going to do biceps, triceps. I'm going to inject Hercules Potion in both of them. So I'm doing 4 mLs, and I guarantee my arms are going to look a hell of a lot better than when I walked in that gym than when I walk out.
And Johnny's got some great arms. Johnny knows his thing. Johnny's always jacked and ready. Pop the top, Johnny.
I'm a little hairy still, but that's okay.
Hey, guys, this week it is happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. It is Tuesday. We got Christmas Eve tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Hey, get a last-minute gift card for a friend.
Yes.
Called Titan Medical, titanmedical.com. You guys get on over there. Make that happen. Johnny, thanks for hanging out with us today, brother.
Appreciate it, brother. Of course, anytime, man. Thank you guys. And Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hope you guys have an amazing day.
If you do a sweater later, you and the missus, make sure to send me a photo.
I got you.
All right, good boy. Thanks, Johnny.
Bye, guys.
Hey, guys, thank you for hanging out today. Thanks for doing your thing. For a lot of you, the questions I think were really good for today. They're some good questions. Again, recommendation, it takes a while to change the body. So don't do the guessing. Don't do the, hey, I saw something, let me try it one time. Get on a power bodybuilding program or get on Strength Gains, Pro Secrets, any of my programs over on MikeO'Hearn.com. Get on the Titan Meal Plan. Let's go into the new year and come out of the new year on a program. That way you are moving through and you're keeping track of what you're doing. And then from there, you're in the Titan crew, and I'll check in with you guys. We just got about 30 new people into the Titan crew the other day. We're going to do some check-ins over there. I'll make sure to put up another video talking about check-ins. And on that, I basically give you these 20, 25 questions that I need you to answer. This is going to help me decide where you are, which program is best for you, how you should be eating, and what changes need to happen right now to make you continue forward. No plateaus, no more guessing game, and only moving forward, getting better from here forward. Let's go. I'll see you guys all soon. Get on over to the Titan Crew today. Get signed up.